Adolf Hitler, one of the most notorious figures in history, known for his leadership of Nazi Germany during World War II and the atrocities committed under his regime. However, little is known about the personal life of Hitler and his family. Prepare to be taken on a journey into the darkest corners of history as we uncover the hidden secrets of Adolf Hitler's family. From tales of childhood trauma to the complex family dynamics that shaped the ideology of the Nazi Party, we will reveal the shocking truth about the man who changed the course of history. This is not just another documentary about the horrors of war, but a deep dive into the twisted mind of one of history's most reviled figures. We'll explore the secrets that have been kept hidden for decades and reveal the legacy of a family who supported and enabled Hitler's rise to power. Get ready to be shocked and moved by a story that will stay with you long after the video ends. Join us as we enter the unrevealed life of Adolf Hitler's family and uncover the truth behind one of history's greatest tragedies. The harsh childhood that led to diabolical outcome. Adolf Hitler's childhood was riddled with a series of unfortunate events that impacted his life. Born in Austria in 1889, he was the fourth child of Adolf Hitler, a strict customs official who had high expectations for his children. As a young boy, Hitler suffered the loss of his younger brother, and his father's remarriage to his stepmother only added to his pain. Although he excelled in school and had a talent for art, his relationship with his father was strained, leaving him feeling inadequate and unappreciated. These feelings of inadequacy would later shape Hitler's worldview and drive his obsession with power and control. As he grew older, he became increasingly interested in politics, and his hatred for Jews grew stronger. In Hitler's eyes, they were to blame for many of Germany's problems. This hatred eventually led him to rise to power as the leader of the Nazi Party, and his actions would be responsible for some of the most horrific atrocities in human history. Looking back, it's clear to see that Hitler's childhood and family background played a significant role in shaping the person he would become. What actually happened to Hitler's family during World War II? The impact of World War II on Hitler's family was profound and far-reaching. In 1931, Adolf's rumored romantic interest, Gaily Rabal, who was also his half-niece, tragically committed suicide, leaving the family devastated. The loss of Gaily, who was believed to have had a close relationship with Hitler, likely had a significant impact on his mental state and could have influenced his actions during the war. The emotional toll of Gaily's suicide would have been compounded by the trauma of the war itself and the atrocities committed by the Nazi regime. But that wasn't the only loss they would suffer. Alois Jr.'s son, William Patrick Hitler, left Germany and emigrated to the United States. There, he joined the United States Navy and worked as a propaganda broadcaster against Germany, his own country of birth. William's decision to leave his home country and fight in the war would have been a source of great shame and sadness for the Hitler family, especially given their devotion to Nazi ideology. This loss, and the loss of many German lives in the war, would have contributed to a sense of defeat and hopelessness among Hitler's supporters. Hitler's half-sister Angela also had a difficult time during the war. She worked for the Red Cross, but her opposition to the Nazi regime landed her in prison. Eventually, she was able to flee to Switzerland, where she lived out the rest of her life in relative peace. Painful truth he wished nobody knew. The intriguing topic of Hitler's family secrets has captivated both historians and the public for years. Speculation and fascination surround the theory that Hitler had Jewish ancestry and went to great lengths to conceal it. Evidence suggests that Hitler's paternal grandmother, Maria Schicklgruber, was an unmarried woman and possibly impregnated by a Jewish man, though the evidence remains inconclusive. Nevertheless, his theory has fueled speculation among historians about the potential impact of Hitler's alleged Jewish heritage on his actions and beliefs. Another topic that has garnered attention is the possibility of a genetic predisposition to mental illness within Hitler's family. Incest and infidelity rumors have surfaced, and historians have delved into Hitler's struggles and mental health. The idea that Hitler's family history and personal struggles may have contributed to his extreme beliefs and actions has been suggested by some historians. It's a sad reminder that even a man who changed the course of history for the worst was not immune to the impact of his family's history and genetics. While much of the evidence surrounding Hitler's family secrets is circumstantial or speculative, it remains a topic of interest and debate amongst historians and the public. Understanding the truth about Hitler's personal life and family history can help us better understand his legacy and the impact of his actions on the world.
Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Poland.
Did the Führer really take his own life? Maybe not. That Adolf was a very proud man is no secret. With time running out on that April 27th night in 1945, it's widely believed that Hitler took his own life. But did he? Surrendering to the Russians would be out of the question. But was fleeing in disguise to Argentina a possibility? Yes, it is, and we're about to clue you in on a big secret. Accompanied by his fiancée, Eva Braun, and her brother Hermann, the leader of the Third Reich left Berlin silently on Junkers 52 transport aircraft. The trio landed in Denmark and then flew to Spain, where he made his way to the Canary Islands by plane. He arrived at his final destination, Necochea, a small port 300 miles south of Buenos Aires, properly concealed in a submarine. Adolf would go on to live to be 73 years old, after 17 years of hiding and raising his two daughters with Eva. Although he would never step out of Argentina or live out his dreams of expanding the Reich, it is safe to assume that he lived a comfortable life surrounded by his comrades. Most of the fled Nazis wound up in Argentina, so there is the possibility of this being true. A school of thought believes Hitler's escape to be the absolute truth. English authors Gerard William and Simeon Dunstan wrote a book called Grey Wolf: The Escape of Adolf Hitler. Thousands of Nazis escaped after the war, including top officials like Joseph Mengele and Adolf Eichmann. So what's to say that the German leader did not opt for a simple life on a farm? Further adding to that, the bones that were believed to be Adolf's remains from his bunker were revealed to belong to a woman by a DNA test that was performed in 2009. If you found this video intriguing and you want to dive into Hitler's sexual life, then be sure to check out the video that's popping up on your screen right now.